Tēnā koutou katoa, nau mai haere mai, ko Danny toku ingoa, I mahi anō ki ngā kete wānanga o Tautahi. My name's Danny and here we are at Tūranga Library, so that's part of Christchurch City Libraries. I'm just giving you the view from upstairs. I'm actually on the 4th floor, which is called Auahatanga, which means creativity. Now on this floor, part of my job was to set this floor up with the necessary equipment to make a place where people could come along and actually produce stuff, kind of prototyping, mainly around makerspace. There's a lot of things to do with 3D, so the printing, laser cutting, all that kind of thing. So this space here, this is all a facilitation space which can be booked out and is often by groups, community groups, schools, all that sort of thing. We also run things for places like Nova, which is rehabilitation outfits. What I see this place as is a kind of second chance at education, because we've provided a whole lot of equipment that would otherwise be quite expensive and difficult to sort of access, and allowed people to sort of come in and just use it freely. We work on a koha-based model most of the time, so people that are using a lot of stuff, they can come in and they often will just give a little bit if they want. But if they can't afford it, that's all good too, because the people that can are generally making up for that. So if you have a look here, these are some of the little projects that we've got. These are laser cut items. So we can teach people how to make stuff like this very, very quickly. So this space here is it's kind of like a working space where people can come along, anyone can come along and actually access this equipment. The whole addressing digital inclusivity and making sure that no one's missed out, I think, is through working with other outfits. So for example, Arnica and Impact Ed, we've worked with them many times in the past to sort of provide some really interesting sort of programs for a variety of people. And I'm just going to show you this. This is a vacuum former. This was used really successfully in a Pacifica Steam session where we got people to make chocolates on this thing. So as you can see there, we've got molds and we can use plastic, which is all recycled. And again, the recycled plastic has come from a sort of collaboration with a company, local company, and they give us their plastic stocks which they weren't going to use, and we reuse it. So upcycling, sustainability, all that sort of thing. Moving on to this area, it's all a bit cordoned off at the moment due to COVID. We've got 2 labs that actually build up to 1 lab. So these are actual PC labs, and if I just sort of move in there, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of PCs on there, and these can be booked or used for sort of community-based programs. So here's all the PCs, and as you can see, there's a big white wall there. That wall sort of opens up, so this can be a lab of 32 PCs. It also has an area where you can show what's going on here, and a tutor PC over there. So we teach a lot of classes in here, and they're all sorts. So there's the school classes, there's the community classes, and what we've done, point of difference in here, is we've provided software that would normally be exclusive to tertiary education providers such as UB, etc. So the Adobe Creative Suite and things like that. And that allows us to sort of provide that free of charge to people that are trying to get into that area. So moving in through here, you'll see Alex is in there. He's one of our specialists, and this is an amazing space, which is our music space. And this again has changed some lives and really, really provides a lot with the digital inclusivity thing. So here's Alex. What do you reckon, Alex?
Yeah, I think it's great. People are loving this place. We've helped anyone and everyone in this place, so
Yeah.
People of all ages, people coming to use this stuff for their first time, so a lot of older people who want to record say a book or poem, or just do some music editing or learn how to play some music. They've been in here. Some people fresh out of the halfway house or prison have come in here and We get a lot of young people, of course, who don't have access to this stuff.
One thing that I have of noticed is that tertiary providers such as Mains are actually appreciating that we're here, because people get to them first of all knowing some information about the whole process and being able to continue with their tertiary education. So I think that's awesome. But the thing that makes it the most important is the people. So he tangata. People like Alex, who is actually a trained composer and has worked at university, is helping people in such a way as to not make it difficult. And through here, this is where we've got the rest of the equipment that we use for prototyping. This is a printer, and this just gets used huge amounts. One of the big things about what we do is work with others. So this laser cutter has been great in prototyping. There's been businesses started here that have been really successful, and it goes really well. Of note in here, you can see in this little device here, that's actually a rotary laser cutter, and again, it's our collaboration that's got us that, because that's come from the Royal Society of New Zealand, and they gifted that to us because of the work that we were doing with science and rocketry. There's a whole bunch more equipment down here, and it represents a great deal of expense. And this is all ratepayers' expense, but it's well utilised. And I think that most ratepayers, seeing the people that they're helping and the way that this addresses sort of digital inequity, people would be pretty happy with it.